Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I forgot to change the sub goal. I guess this. Hello, it's your boy Liam. There. So this. I got bored last night. Some of you might have seen the original iteration of this during Landy's stream yesterday, or the current iteration on Discord last night. This is what I like to call the ultimate clown tour. It is quite possibly the ugliest tractor I have ever seen. I love it. You saw on Landy's stream, you saw the original version, which is actually the base of this version. Which is why the base of this tractor is kind of pinky. But yes, we have the Ridicumobile back. And I think this is better than the original Clown Tour, I'll be honest. I'll be that guy. This looks better than Clown Tour ever did. Hello, Yanis, Dal, Speed is Key, Drum Lover, Yuso, Joe Wilson, Brad. You saw the Discord version. Yeah, I did. Simulate does have this version, by the way. Sim does have this version. Landy has this version. Landy actually asked for me to in-game this version. Who else is it? I sent it to Pedro, but I don't think he's looked. In fact, he wasn't very impressed. There is a part of me tempted to send this ridiculous hunk of junk to Daggerwin, but I don't think he'd ever talk to me again if I did. Also, just realized there is space for a number plate. I might put a number plate on this. Now, luckily, there's actually some work I can do with this thing. I did see that, Joe. I do lurk in Discord a lot more than you guys maybe think I do. I should give it to him. No, I'm not going to be that guy. Because I think Daggerwin's too serious to use something this silly. I genuinely do. I think I think he takes the game quite seriously, so something this ridiculous, I don't think he'd ever use. How many buckets of Dulux did I drop on the Challenger? None. I got it wrapped, and it's a modern art wrap. But there is something we can do with this. Oh good, I did remember to turn on the lights. Yeah, when I was screwing about in G, I hate having the lights on in G, so I always turn them off, and I always forget to turn them back on. Also, I did have to money cheat this in, because of course I did. You're using the mining map? I don't know. I might. At the end of the day, it's up to me, so I mean. The Daggerwin thing was more of a joke than a serious actual thing, like, oh, took us into Daggerwin. I'm really not, but it would be funny. I forgot to update Courseplay. We're gonna... This is a bad idea. We're gonna try and get Courseplay going on this. It's field 13. It's field 13, and we want however wide this is. Starting location there. 6 headlands after the fact. Smooth headlands, please. And bypass islands. Circle. Let's just wait for that gener... What is that? What? What have I done? What is that in the middle? Can I can't remember if I can... Yeah, I can. What is this? Why does this have a pair... This isn't going to work very well, but I shall try. Meanwhile, I will use Ultimate Clown Tour later to bail, by the way. I'm not just abandoning it to that field forever. Meanwhile, we do have this field to finish off. Why go around if you can go through? Yeah. Is that the Legion? No, it's Alexion. I have coffee and excess water today. I'm happy. Courseplay fail. Yes. I love how stupid courseplays. That said, I do have a version that's about 20 versions out of date. Is that the Lexion? No, it's a Legion. Hey, Bill. What do you think of my Ridicutractor that I made in like 10 minutes while bored last night and in-game for half an hour? Because I'm really bad at in-gaming. I need to get better at that. Go around, waste fuel, go through, yo. Environmentally friendly. Use less fuel. Cost less. Cost more in repair. Fuel costs outweigh repair costs. Hello, DS Agri Videos. Yep. Completely standard wheeling New Holland. You know. Just your average everyday New Holland pulling a wheelie. Yeah, I mean, Landy's got... Believe it or not, Bill, that was Landy's idea. I made it as a joke during his stream because I was bored and wanted to retexture something. And he actually quite liked it, so he convinced me to actually do a bit more of a serious retexture, which is still silly, and just a cacophony of color noise, but a bit better. Pour some vodka in the tank, and there's a few months of fuel. Yeah. There are tractors that I think run on vodka. Fields on Oakfield are expensive. Are massive. Yes, because they're realistic field sizes, Liam. Yellow Cornish simmer. Am I? I'm good. I'm in a reasonably good mood. Still kind of half asleep because I'm not long out of bed. I've had time to have a pot of spaghetti bolognese. I say pot. It's one of those mugshot things of spaghetti bolognese because that was quick to make and quick to eat and delicious. And I'm still drinking my coffee. A tweed tractor would be a good idea. No, it would not. Even before people start suggesting camel tractors again. Because that's the dumbest idea possible. Like, granted, mine are silly, but they're they're silly for the sake of being silly. And very colourful. Where am I from? Ireland. You bought a silver blue Yeti. Very nice. I have, as you can see here, behind the Star Wars lights, I have a Blackout Edition Blue Yeti, which I like very much. Basically, it's the same mic as Landy, because I think he and I are both of the opinion that everything to do with the PC should be black. Where in Ireland do I live? County Tipperary, and that's all you're getting out of me, Brandon. Don't ask any more questions. You can ask more questions, but just not, like, what town? Because that's creepy and stalkerish, and I don't like it. What's my favorite game? Depends what day of the week it is and what mood I'm in. What was I playing for ages last night? I was playing Farm Manager last night. Farm Manager 2018. It's quite good, but I kind of feel like it's got some optimization issues because I was playing it for a couple of hours. My PC was getting really, really hot, so I think I might have an optimization issue that's causing graphics card heat up, much like a lot of Playway games. Now I will do a video on Farm Manager. I will actually do that for, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow's video might be Farm Manager, because it's different and I like different. You'd be surprised how many people ask that with the intention of coming to my house, Brandon. Local farmer owns Class Dominator 88. Very nice. I've seen a few, like, really nice old combines out in fields before. I saw, and those of you who played FS13 will remember this vividly because it was the best combine, in my view. The New Holland Clayson. Like, that's something that's kind of gone away since FS13. I want it back. I want a Clayson. I want a pointlessly small combine. Hello, Colin Coogan. Hello, Itchy. Do I know the best place to get completely tanked? Yes, the Curragh. That's where the military train, and I do believe they have a couple of tanks there. Oh God, he's here. Matt Sims, you have not seen Matt's DLC. You are not Matt's brother. Let's just get you done quickly here. You haven't seen Matt's DLC. Matt doesn't have a brother. You're not friends with him. You've probably never spoken to him. And Bullet Bill can verify almost all of this. Just get that out of the way real quick. As far as I'm aware, Matt's an only child. Now, on with the farming. You're friends with him on TeamSpeak. Good for you, I'm friends with him on Steam. Does that mean I know anything about the DLC? No! Do you think John Deere will be added into FS19? I have no idea, Liam. Maybe? I think if it gets added in, then what about taking out the trash? If it gets, I think now is the best time for it to be added in. I think it's now or never for John Deere, or FS19 or never, because it's basically a race between them and Class. Actually, yeah, St. Patrick's Day is already gone. That was in March. Army Barracks and Mitchelstown, a few tanks, some track stuff as well. I was at the barracks in Clonmel many, many years ago in County Tipperary, and they literally had a bazooka. I got to hold it, so I have held a rocket launcher. Don't know why they trusted me with it, but they did. Hey, Kyrine, Sandras, and Seam, I saw you as well. Joe with his savagery. Eddie is now terrified with the thoughts of me actually holding a rocket launcher. Yes, I'm displaying it for the world, Kai. I'm proud of my pipe. Let's stream on Twitch. Occasionally, yes, Cal. It's basically, and I'm going to be very blunt and honest here, it's basically when I can be bothered. Or when I'm bored and want to play something and they can't stream, because there are times where I just can't. There are times when I literally just can't stream, and at the moment I'm basically in one of those time periods where I'll stream, I'll have a bit of dinner, I'll record, that's my night. I can't stream too late, because my sister's got work and she's not very happy with being kept awake ever. And the walls in this house are like paper. You're just asking... I know you're just asking, Colin, and I was giving you the full answer, but I do stream over on Twitch occasionally, yes. Joe, you're technically correct. I cannot stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I can stream on them both individually, though. Was that Matt Kid in here? Yes, he was, Kai. Ultimate Clown Tour really just... Fahy doesn't like this, by the way. Fahy doesn't like my new monstrosity. Force play closed down a bit. I mean, this is beautiful. This is art. By any chance, do you know where you can fill up your slurry tanker on Meadowgrove Farm? Yes, I do know where you can fill it up. And that answer is you actually can't. Nathan forgot the slurry trigger. Which, if you look at FSUK's test reports, it got bumped down to, is it just tested, or what used to be called silver standard as a result of that? It's a silly, silly mistake. It'd be awesome to see something like with the Dazzle camo out there. You didn't forget it, it's under the map. Oh! That's even sillier! That's a really dumb mistake. And I'm not belittling Nathan, because I probably do the same thing. But it's a dumb mistake. Like, he'll openly admit that himself. Bill with zero patience today, good lord. Have I seen Stranger Things? Then what? I'm doing good, Kai. I can imagine that, Bill. Hello, Mossy Grace. Netflix thing. I don't have Netflix, Eddie. I'm not rich. Plus, I mean, YouTube and Twitch combined have more than enough entertainment for me. If I want to watch something, I look it up on YouTube. And it's usually like I want to watch video gaming anyway. So I'll watch some stuff on YouTube, or if one of my favorite iRacing guys is live on Twitch, I'll go over there. And I'm really kind of getting back into the whole iRacing thing, and I'm terrified that I'm going to get a new subscription, because that is the worst thing. Did I use Proceed? Yes, I did, Kai. I love Proceed. Proceed is one of my new favorite mods. I'm gonna be honest. It just makes fields look good. I mean, look at... Can you see those? It's a bit over, but over there in field 31, I'll bring you guys over in a minute. It just looks pretty. I'm using it on Cobra too. If you didn't notice during the videos that I did there, the Proceed, I'm using that because it just looks good. Is Netflix in Ireland? Yes, it is. And the best thing the thing I like the most about Proceed is it just does what it does what it says it does. It doesn't do stuff that you won't expect it to. So I hate mods that, like, you get it for one thing and then it does something completely unrelated for no good reason. I'm gonna have to skip through night here in a minute. Like Witchy said, if you are enjoying the stream so far, hit the like button. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Proceed is run seal. It does exactly what it says on the tin. I like mods that do that. It's like... That's why I'm not too pushed about, like, IC and stuff in tractors. Like, and the worst script for tractors is that ridiculously horrific camera script that Ago insists on putting on everything. Why? Why do you need this? Like, if you want to move about in a tractor, get yourself a track ad. It's cheap. All you need is USB port free. Hello, Thomas. It has been a while since you've been around. I did see your, it was you that commented in the video the other day. Was it yesterday, wasn't it? Hello, Nat. Good morning to you. Have I run out of coffee? I've run out of coffee already. We're only 20 minutes in. Empty, and yep, folding it up. It was yesterday. And just to prove that I do read the comments, and occasionally I read the comments in a really short period after the post didn't ban people because they've said something really dumb, and then I add what they said to the blacklist, because it was a word that I'd forgotten that should have been banned. How are you doing so far, by the way? It's not crashed yet, which is nice. Hello, Chunky Tanker. You're talking to Matt on your Discord about the Matt guy. Matt XGS even calling him out. That's beautiful. You know you're a terrible troll when the person that you're using as a basis for your trolling calls you out for being a moron. Or a fool, or whatever, I don't know. I like the word moron, it just has a ring to it. New tank tour? Yes, new clown tour, Mossy. Clown tour ultimate. Or ultimate clown tour. Poplars can't be fire harvest? They cannot, actually, you're correct, Faye. They're probably very close. Hello, Robbins Contracts Limited. Go on, get around the corner. There we go. You like a glove. What is this music? What time is the stream until? We on till about 7 o'clock. And then Landy was starting up. As expected, Clown Tour started slipping. I don't know if I spotted this before, but I love how Oxygendavid's put the obligatory wheel that has to be in all British and Irish maps into the map. I don't know why this wheel has to be there. It's just kind of an unwritten rule that specific wheel has to be somewhere on a map. Yeah, the course plays decided to do the thing where it Yes, this is totally what I told you to do. Stop. It's fine though, because I wanted this I wanted the... Come on, out you come. I wanted this to do the bailing. I've heard the news. I've heard many pieces of news. What is the news? Rai the tractor guy Robbins. There's probably Smoked Pig, but I'm going to... Well, I'm not going to say probably, but possibly Smoked Pig. You got a Polaris 6x6, replace the Hilux. Cheaper to run, but just as versatile. I mean, yeah. I don't see the point to the quad bike mods, personally. But at the same time, I think they're pretty cool. You like the color scheme? It is actually really nice. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pleasantly surprised with how this came out. Because I said to Landy that was supposed to be, you know, something that just looked ridiculous, that would just hurt people's eyes. And no, it's actually come out quite nice. I mean, it's still potential eye pain in how bright it is and how many colors it has. But I've just come out that gate the wrong way. I needed to go in the exact opposite direction. In fact, let's clean the baler before we do some baling. I know the baler's going to get dirty anyway, but let's clean the baler. And the tractor, because I did notice the tractor's a bit dirty. There we go, nice and clean. Hey, Matthew. I'm doing good. How you doing today, dude? Went for a walk while the car was in for recall. Found 30 bumpers, 26 wheels, a few fridges and cookers, car seat, 2 caravans, something old industrial state that shut down. Usually if I go up the mountain near me, there's at least one car that's been abandoned and burnt out. What's happening to Farm Sim? The silly mods are coming. Granted, I'm the cause of some of them. I mean, I'm not gonna act as if this isn't silly, but it's pretty. I am doing very well, Brad. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hello, Aero. How are you doing today, good sir and or madam? There's the lag spike from autosave. Not silly, just creative. No, Eddie, you're silly. Going bailing? Yes, of course I'm going bailing with the Challenger. Why wouldn't I go bailing with the Challenger? This game started, did I make a rainbow version of this? Yes! Which turned out a lot more colourful than I'd expected because the, yeah, the texture map for this is a bit odd. Hello, David Cowan. If you want to make your own Ultimate Clown Tour, literally scribble on the texture map of a tractor. That's what I did. And it looks ridiculous, and it looks messy in Photoshop or Paint.net or whatever program you want to use personally to edit your texture files. Looks really good. How am I today? I'm doing good, Gamericus. Also, hello. Hello. Look at your like button. Now back to me. Now hit the like button. Now back to me. Am I still making my map? No, I gave up. There was too much that I wanted to fix. But, it would have taken so long with the limited time that I have that it wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have happened ever. So I decided to give up on the map as is and start a new one for FS19. The Challenger looks good. Do you guys actually genuinely like this thing? Have I unintentionally made a meme tractor? Like now that I've gone back to Photoshop and GE making silly silly things, I'm so tempted to make more of these in different brands. Like a meme Valtra or something. Or a meme deer. Hello, Senan. You like it, Tommy? Yeah, I might put this on like share mods or something and put the link into Discord later. Andy was suggesting that as a kind of a thing that I could do, and yeah, I'm actually kind of tempted. Downside of baiting with a Challenger, this thing just turns. There I was, but you know, doing something serious and making a map. And my true calling was just making meme tractors that are just hilariously bad reskins. Hello, Caleb Head. There's nothing special about this other than the fact that I've made it look silly. I may play about and see about beacons, how they get applied. I know that it's in the XML somewhere. I might see if I can throw more beacons on top of this thing. It livens up the field. I mean, you're not wrong. It's definitely a splashy colouring game. I should apply for... No, Joe. They wouldn't have... I'm actually terrible at making textures. What I did for this was I took the existing texture map. Beacons are a node. Lewis? Yes, you will have to teach me the way of the beacon later. Because this thing needs like 30 beacons on top. For that that wonderful FPS grabbing goodness. Okay, you'll have to tell me like in PMs on Discord, because I'll forget if you tell me now. Beacon me, senpai. It's grassmint stickers. I'm not putting grassmint stickers on this. This is gonna be the high vis Challenger. Should do to the beta as well. Thing is, the baler is actually a lot more difficult to reskin. Is it really? Well, no. But I've got a better idea for the baler. I've got a fun idea for the baler because of the way that reskins. Excuse me, Bullet Bill, this tractor, I'll have you know, is error-free, so it's better quality than a lot of the stuff on Mod Hoster. Actually, a lot of the stuff that you'll see on most mod sites. Even the reskins of giant stuff. I went to great pains to get this, well, I went to, like, literally some effort to get this thing error-free. So already I'm better than a lot of people who've made their own mods. It's not really a mod, it's an edit. It's an error-free edit, Joe. Which is more than can be said of 90% of edits. Even reskins, for whatever reason, reskins just have horrific problems. Console players, yeah, or the players who buy Voltra and then paint John Deere colors. If it's 19, you have to change the speed of the traffic. I hope they change the construction of it. Myself and Landy have been campaigning for what seems to be months now for FS13 traffic to return in FS19. That campaign is not over, and it will not end until we get FS13 traffic back into the game, where you could lift it up and move it around and it would pass fine and be interesting. It wasn't made of cement. You're the transit van and couldn't load the game. Yeah. No, the only problems I've had with this was actually getting it to show up in the shop, because I kept forgetting things. Because it's been so long since I've actually edited a tractor. And technically speaking, I made this mod entirely because I used the new mod from game, so I did make a mod. Downside is the new mod from game thing doesn't give you everything you need to make a mod. It's missing bits from the XMLs and stuff, which is really annoying. Does anybody else think that the intro of this song sounds like a James Blunt song? Like, am I the only one who thinks it sounds very James Blunty? Love for console players. Thing is, I do actually really like console players. They put up with stuff that maybe they shouldn't have to. Especially, ironically, console players. They gotta put, like, console players are lumped in, unfortunately, with the vocal minority that complain about everything not coming to console. Like, Landy had somebody on his Facebook last night that I ripped on and he ripped on. Like, complaining that something wasn't going to come to console. It was Nathan's map. And it was like, saying like PC players can go to hell, and, you know, fun fact for that guy, PC players are the reason you get mods in the first place. PC players make the mods. You know, Johns could take it away from PC, fine. Console have no mods ever. But maybe that'd be something to stop the whining. It's just, have a console-only version of Farm Sim, like FS 13, FS 15, where it was a specific version and they couldn't put mods in. Just to show console players what they'd have to put up with if Giants got rid of mods. Or got rid of the PC version. Because console are still reliant on PC players for the mods. And PC players are kind of unknowingly reliant on console players to buy the game. Let's be generous, Bill. It's about 4. Yeah, anyone can make a mod. If it works, it's different. But the thing is you kind of need the PC power to make the mod in the first place, which is why console players will forever and a day be reliant on PC for mods. There's no way you could make a mod on a console. What's with the Challenger? What about it, Bradley? Do you like it? I painted it myself. I mean, I kept running out of paint for some reason, so it is a few different colors. I painted it myself. Joe, I'll say a lot of console players appreciate the mods that they get, because I mean, you got the few that were there from FS 13 where there were no mods, FS 15 where there were kind of a couple, but they weren't, you know, they were just kind of free things the Giants made. And now the floodgates have opened on console, and you got the few people who think that that means that every mod should be on console, but the majority realize no. It was the challenge landing game. Yes! And I accepted. And I now have a mod. And Landy now has a mod. And Simulate now has a mod. And Faye refused to download it because he's mean. The thing is I don't tend to look at the Facebook communities because they make me feel dumber. So I don't know about the whole 0.5 or whatever IQ. Cause yeah, the amount of inane arguments that happen. I did see a post from the Facebook community last night where somebody had, for some reason, decided to put a big mining truck into the game and put new hydraulic sounds on it that sounded horrific, but everybody was saying, hey, it's really good. My ban list is like 2 people on Facebook, but on YouTube, oh boy. Believe me when I say, if you're banned, you're probably not going to get unbanned because it's a pain to find people in there. There's probably about 1,000 accounts banned on YouTube. Faye, the thing is it is entertaining and funny, but it's actually quite good. It's actually quite a good reskin. I think I've done well with this one because it's just colorful and fun. Oh, the Instagram face.
Hello, I'm on Instagram now. Pouty, 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 pout.
A surprising amount are like fully grown people. Remember Farticus? Yes, there is a new Farticus, and I can't remember what it is. I think it might be the Combine, actually. I do remember putting something's setting a number plate somewhere as Farticus recently. Hello, Connor Bland. Just the brightness of it. It is bright, but I mean, it's it's got more depth in the textures than 90% of John Deere mods. Because, oh boy, baby's first mod is almost always a John Deere. And for some reason, so many of them release them, and they're just not very good. It was not an MT700, Bradley. It was an MT800. And it was a modded one, which, well, obviously it was a modded one. There wasn't a Challenger in FS15. It was a modded one where you could actually extend the tracks out. Needs more pink and orange. I think there's plenty of pink on there, considering the entirety of the base layer is pink. Or almost the entirety. There are like other colors there. It was also called Tank Tour, yes. It got like 6 different names. A new livery for... I'm not reskinning this again, Dan. You saw the troubles I had in gaming it last night. I think you were there. Excuse me, Massey, what is wrong with Ultimate Clown Tour? What is wrong with this piece of beautiful modern art? Which actually has come out really well, considering it was legitimately just done as a joke while I was bored during Landy's stream yesterday, originally. And then when he said he liked it, and told me what he liked about it, I kind of iterated on the original design with a new version that looks better. Probably won't be a Challenger in FS19. Yeah, that's true, Bucko. I mean, there is a very good chance Challenger won't be in FS19 because they'll be just rebranded as Fendt. Am I on PC? No, this is actually, I'm actually playing this on a Nokia 3310, believe it or not. I've jerry-rigged it. Not the new one, the old one. I've jerry-rigged it so that it has a color screen and a rudimentary keyboard. Whoever disliked is boring. Whoever disliked is probably Smoke Pig. But if you are enjoying the stream, I did notice that a couple of subs went away since I started. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 10k, and I'm hoping we get to hit it by the end of the year. Sounds like I'm pressing buttons like on a PC. No, no, no. That's actually the keys of the 3310. Yeah, Bill. I'm very willing to say exactly who disliked. Because it's usually the people that get banned that dislike the stream. Not that it, you know, hurts, because it's interaction, and that's what YouTube's algorithms use, so... Thanks for the help. No, then let's not do a dislike spike. We did one, was it last week or like before, the week before? As that Bale's just decided I want to be sideways. Dislikes still count, yeah. I think they count for like half a like or something. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works, but they're counted as less than a like, but still interaction. Your first phone was a 5110. My first phone was a 3310. And that was, and still is, I think, the best phone in history. my water's nice and cold. Which is surprising because it's been sat in my room all night. Because it's the same cup that I poured last night before I went to bed. Dislikes count the same. It's like, they don't count the same, but they're like close to the same, I think. Hello, out of Gemma. I'm kind of glad that the straw from this isn't as silly as the amount of hay we had in the other field, or the amount of grass we had. Because, yeah, I would have gone quite insane picking up like 100 or 200 straw bales. How many bales do we have? In before it's like 100 and something. Well. Well. The first number is 9. And it's a 2-digit number. So there's yeah, there's like 100 bales. And I'm not using, by the way, the ridiculous mod that adds in like extra straw for your straw. Like, the game already gives you a silly amount of straw when you, because of the the extra grass and straw mod or whatever it's called. Like I really don't get why that mod exists, because the game is a bit overly generous with grass and straw already. It doesn't look it when you got bales because they're 4,000 litres each, but it's really, really generous. Especially the amount that cows and pigs actually do take. So, what I want to do after this is I'm going to just abandon this field. And abandon the tractor in this field, believe it or not. Which you probably will be able to imagine that. Make strawberry milkshake challenger. No. But the plan after this is I want to stack up the straw bales in the same, or there's this Evening Fent Farmer. It's a crack, not a whole lot. I've made a new tractor. Oh, something that I want to do tonight. I've just realised what I want to do after I record while I'm rendering, is I want to open up the New Holland 110 and actually reskin it to be a Fiat. Just actually rework it to be a Fiat Agri 11090, because it annoys me that it's New Holland, because it's a Fiat tractor. Like the 11090 was most famously a Fiat. So I'm going to do that tonight. Finally, after so much time saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to do it. And reskin the Fiat Agri, or reskin the New Holland Fiat Agri to be just a Fiat Agri. It worked very well. It's easy to do once you find the right font, and it's going to be fairly easy to find the right font. Because all I got to do is, I'm fairly sure it's a decal. Can you see the tractor? There you go. The wondrousness of Ultimate Clown Tour. Which is effectively just the result of me scribbling in Photoshop. Because I was bored. I almost feel like Challenger, or Fent as it now is, should come out with a tractor like this. For charity, like have a 5-year-old design the colour scheme. And have it be kind of a fundraising tractor. Granted, I know I'm significantly older than 5 and I came up with this colour scheme, but kind of think a really colourful tractor would be good for one of the major companies to do for charity. I know Valtra have the breast cancer awareness pink Valtra. I think John Deere have something for breast cancer awareness as well. I might be wrong. Some people insist on getting blue John Deeres so they look like New Hollands for some reason. Or green New Hollands so they look like John Deere's. But yeah, it's something that I think more tractor brands should do is like effectively novelty tractors for charity. So next job is going to involve the New Holland Fiat with the identity crisis. Challenger, I think 1-2. I think John Deere's prostate. That would, I guess, make some sense as well. So next job is moving these bales. Hopefully not getting stuck on the ground again. Moving these bales into that shed so that they are out of the way and stacked up nicely and neatly. Just like the hay bales. JCB's sold a few pink excavators. Yeah, I really do think that companies should, you know, do that stuff because it's just good for PR. Like more than anything else. Also, this bale grab from the straw add-on is really just becoming one of the stars of the show for me. Who's messaging me on Steam? I'm betting it's Sim trolling me. Oh, it's Sim trolling me. Thank you, Sim. I bet he's not even in the stream, he just did that to annoy me. Although... let's do that real quick. Do you need the main seasons mod active in the Geo? I think you need the seasons and the Geo active. I might be wrong, I've never used the Geo with seasons. Because I tend to play British maps, the default geo for seasons is the UK. You've been here for ages. Yet you've only just decided to start trolling me on Steam. I heard, by the way, that you had a bit of a minor hiccup with recording yesterday. Would you like to share it with the fine people of my stream what exactly happened?
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Daily.
Dave there.
Jimmy Doe's Gaming. Or Jimmy Doe's Gaming. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Sim, I think... Oops. I pressed X at the wrong time. Daily Gaming, hello. Would you like to share, Sim, what happened when you tried to record yesterday? You've also tried to record Omsi, and Avast started shouting at you. Did it occur to you, Sim, that maybe you're trying a bit too hard at the moment? Avast is garbage. Avast is my favorite antivirus. In all honesty, like I think it's really nice and stable. Once you turn off the shouty McShoutyson whenever it updates, because that always terrifies the crap out of me. Avast Virus Database is updated. Thank you. Did you need to shout at me though? Like, please only do that if you've actively found a antivirus. You still use AVG. AVG is one of the worst ones. The worst now is Kaspersky. That's basically Russian spyware. It went into a folder it shouldn't have and deleted the exe. Wonderful. So for those of you who might be wondering what exactly happened to Sim yesterday, when he was trying to record, he did about 2 hours of off-camera work. And some twit forgot to save his game. When he exited. Or when the game crashed or something. Which is, what, by the way, why I use the autosave mod, because I would do that myself. And yeah, he lost 2 hours of work because he did a really dumb thing. Hello, Adrian M. I always feel like, by the way, that I need more hay bales and straw bales for the cows. Because, like, while there's more uses for straw, I feel like they take more hay overall. Sim did a Dave moment. I guess. Not as good as Landy's Dave moments in his stream yesterday, or the amazing Dave approve moment in his video today. I think it was today's video that it happened. If not, you've got something to look forward to in one of his videos this week. Hello, Alfie. Daily Gaming, Sim, Landy and I all use the same software to record. And it's software that we trust very, very much so. After much testing from all of us, we all use OBS because it's very light screen recorder. It's not very intrusive, and the file sizes are wonderfully small, which means we can get away with just a bit more of the stuff that we'd like to when recording. I'm doing good, Alfie. How are you doing? Use OBS, dude! It's so much better! Like, even Landy's gone over to OBS full time, and he's raving to me about it that he should have done it sooner. Landy, who convinced you to use Marillis, has finally gone over to the OBS dark side. If you use Bandicam, you get a very stylish watermark. Better than software comes with your 1080? Yes! Because you can... Oh, hang on, you use OBS to record wheelcam, don't you? Like, that might be a problem. Then again, you could just embed the wheelcam into the recording. So, maybe not. What to do next? He asks wondrously. What to do next, actually, is to grab this. Because I did notice the potatoes need to be refilled. And this is the quickest and easiest way of doing it. Probably as good as it's going to get for the potatoes. Yeah, 59%, 1% whole grain left, so we will need to refill that. But I've just, after looking at the readout, it's actually full. Dagon told you he uses fraps. Is the thumbnail real? What do you mean is the thumbnail real? Like, does the tractor I use... Does the tractor in my thumbnail exist? Yes. I made it last night while I was bored. Fraps is the worst to use, good lord. Let's see what I can do here. I wanted to show you guys what the tram lines look like, didn't I? So let's get over to field 38 real quick. Because if I just zip this on real quick, you can see what the tram lines look like in a field with full tram lines done correctly. Because they're just pretty. They just look good. I thoroughly encourage everybody to download Proceed. Because it just adds that bit to the game. How did I customize it? Photoshop. Let's get the... There's some stuff over here that I want to do. It does look like it's wrapped in... It does actually kind of look like it's wrapped in a ball of elastic bands, yeah. Which is comical because I literally just... Is that an axe mod as a chainsaw? Yes. I tried the other day and I really enjoyed the axe mod. I'm surprised. I was kind of making fun of it because, you know, chainsaws are a thing in the game. But having played with it now and basically done a live first impressions, yeah, no, the axe mod I'd recommend if you want something that's not a chainsaw, I guess. Hello, Michael. Pigs could probably do with feed. I might get the feed back over here to deal with pigs. Because they do probably need feeding. And I haven't pulled a landy. Do these need feeding? I'd imagine so. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. The cows also need straw, so... Let's do this in a logical, thought-out way. 11090 is going to be used, as well as the T7. Is it used in chainsaw animations? No, it's got custom animations, Joe. That's why I'd recommend it. Like, if it was just kind of an edited chainsaw, I'd say, no, it's kind of stupid. But no, it's got custom animations. Is Landy live? Not for another 40 minutes or so. How did you unban people? I've got to go into a list of like 1,000 people and find your name. Which is why I rarely unban people. Is it off Hub or Hoster? Mod Hub, it's off the official Mod Hub. It is a pain to unban people. I actively try not to do it. Which does sound mean, but I found you in 1 minute. Yeah, because I use... When it's somebody whose name I know, then I look up the... I use the find function. But it's still a pain. You think Oakfield... Oakfield's yard is similar to Dusty Cove? Not really. Oakfield's yard is pretty much custom made stuff. Dusty Cove's was just kind of... And I don't mean this as an insult to Dusty Dave, just stuff that maybe didn't fit being thrown together because he was making it in a rush. Because that entire map, Dusty Cove, came together in about 6 weeks. The funny thing is, it's actually quite difficult to get banned. As many people complain about getting banned, it's actually quite difficult to get banned here. Because I and the mods know that, you know, I encourage banter and jokes. Michael, you got banned. Temporarily. Never bait the Dan into doing that. Probably, yes, probably still your best map. I think your worst was probably Valley View, because it just wasn't you. It just was not you at all, Dave. Granted, I don't think you actually came last in the Mod Mania, because there was one map that just stood out as bad. Oh, I was hitting I and thinking, why isn't this unloading? Cows are now doing okay for straw. Do potentially need mucking out. You don't know how you got banned. Neither do I, quite honestly. YouTube's been doing random bans lately, which I really, really hate. Yeah, unless you pretend to be me or somebody else that you're clearly not, you're probably going to be fine. Although there is one fake Dave account that is allowed because I know exactly who it is and I know exactly what they're up to with it. Let's see what Conor McGregor did. Yes, he's an idiot. He killed his own career. Well done. He's going to be very, very broke very, very quickly with the nonsense he pulled. The axe is great. It really is. I actually, for the first time in so long, I want to get all the kind of farming stuff done quickly and bring the Fiat down to the forestry area so that I can do a bit more forestry, because I'm really enjoying the axe. Is the fake Dave me? It is not me. Because the fake Dave shows up in these streams occasionally. It's not me. It's RainbowDave's beard. And can say with 110% confidence, I am not my own beard. Beep. Let's get this spun around real quick. Back this way. Yeah, Google what McGregor did. What McGregor did. The wheel not working? Oh no, it's working fine. I was just kind of in a rush to start the stream because I got up late. And decided to go with keyboard and mouse again. Right. Fiat time. Just realized, by the way, that I do actually have 2 weights on this. So, I was kind of... No, don't put it there, because that's going to screw up the sheep. Put this down. Okay. The crosshopper. No, I'm not going to use that. What doesn't go well with butter? I don't know, but it's probably going to be a terrible joke, Eddie. And remember, Eddie, I can time you out, even though you're a mod. Ice cream, yes. What else doesn't go with butter? Ketchup. Mixing ketchup and butter is probably a bad idea. Hello, Daniel Roberts, by the way. How do you adjust the steering radius on your T150? I have no idea. 3-in-1 with prawn crackers doesn't go, but yeah. So we're coming up with a lot of things that don't go with butter all of a sudden. There we go. I think, yeah, last time I finished on a full tree, so let's get this going. Have I tried the new wood chipper from Black Sheep? No, and I don't really plan to, because honestly, this one's about all I need. I'm looking forward to their, the skid steers they've been kind of, they teased months ago and haven't really mentioned since. I'm looking forward to those. I like skid steers. And I like, as you guys probably know, older machinery, so old skid steers are kind of right up my alley. The one thing you can't do with this axe, by the way, is really just clear off the wood, which is a bit of a shame. What food doesn't? Strawberries. Strawberries and cream probably wouldn't go with butter very well. Spaghetti bolognese. A triple bacon cheeseburger. They look great and different to the usual. Yeah, I mean, I like older style equipment anyway. I'm kind of famously love old style equipment, much like Landy. And it's nice to see Black Sheep doing something like that. It's going to be a shame that, because they would be beautiful with like a black smoke script running and various scripts. It's going to be a bit of a shame that they won't have those scripts because it's Black Sheep and they're kind of, in a way, kind of cynically console friendly. To the detriment of mod quality at times. But they do come out with some really nice models that, you know, the texture work isn't particularly the best. How late are you? We got about half an hour left, Hayden. AKA Jar Jar. I have not forgotten. Here we go. We're doing a bit of forestry that isn't going to irritate the crap out of me because I'm just throwing things into a wood chipper. Which is clearly the best way to do forestry. Yeah, for anybody who wants a... there is a piece of wood here somewhere, I think. For anybody who wants a really good piece of forestry equipment that isn't a chainsaw or a wood chipper, get the axe mod. It is really good. It's really well thought out, which is rare to be said about. You know, it can rarely be said about mods in general that they're very well thought out. Even rare for hand tools because it's usually just silly things that are novelty. But no, this axe mod is really good. I know there was one on Mod Hoster a while back and I never tried it because I didn't see the point. Fried egg wouldn't go with butter. No, it would. It would, because breakfast rolls are a thing and they have fried eggs in. And they are best with butter and ketchup. That's going to fill the trailer for sure. Yep.
RainbowDave.
The Racing Gamer, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Reminds you of the farce. It does actually, doesn't it? But I mean, yeah, it kind of, if I had this, got stuck on the gate. If I was using the smallest wood chipper, you know, the really small one that is kind of for, I would say more of a landscaping wood chipper than the one that I'm using. I think the X-Mod would be just absolutely perfect. Did you miss anything? I'm just showing off the X-Mod build, which has really surprised me with its quality. I was expecting a comically bad mod when I started using it originally in the stream the other day, and no, I like being surprised by mods that are a lot better than I thought. Love being surprised by mods like that. Hate getting the nasty surprises where they're a lot worse than I had expected, but I love the ones that kind of come out of the blue and say, hey, I'm actually quite good. How full is the German thing? Now it's full. Are you okay? I think the trailer's a bit ill. Good stuff, great content. I mean, I try to be okay. Let's get back over and we can ask some trees some questions. Hey. Nice paint job on the Challenger. Yeah, gonna be honest, I really do like it. Also, this Herps trailer looks absolutely perfect on the back of the Fiat. What am I having for tea? Food. I don't know. I think it's like stewed sausages or something. I genuinely don't know. Go. And this can just get thrown in one lump sum to repay our mortgage. Okay, maybe not because it's a tad bit big, isn't it? There's the... there we go. Why does that still apparently have a collision? Interesting. I'll just... what I've done there is I given the wood chipper a hat by mistake, so... let's chop that in half. There we go. Just Drop that down as well. And come on. Into the... No. Bold tree. Into the wood chipper with you. And oh hey, there's the Lexion. This is a rescaled tree. That's a bad idea. Yeah, collision says no. Why is there always that one person that joins, dislikes, and leaves? Because the dislike ninja has to have it their way. The dislike ninja just appears in videos, dislikes, and then leaves. Does that in streams too. That said, I think this ninja isn't very good because I know it was I know who it was. If there's only the one dislike, I know exactly who it was. There we go. I find it funny, by the way, this is the second most expensive wood chipper and it's probably the best in the game. Like the most expensive one has the crane and all, but you know, that one's better. I'm guessing the extra cost on the other one is because, oh, well, you can use the crane to load it. I mean, if you got a skid steer or something down in your forestry area, which, you know, the game does have the forestry skid steer, yes, you're spending a bit more, but you've got a bit more maneuverability. You can do a bit more with the skid steers than you can with a crane. Also, the wood chips on the floor. That is from the Sawdust mod. Which I really like as an idea. What do I have the Sawdust mod turn? I saw that. What do I have the Sawdust mod turned up to? I can't remember how to activate it now. But I do have the Sawdust mod on. Just because I like the idea behind it. You wouldn't get completely clean, you wouldn't ever get completely clean cuts on trees where there's no sawdust ever. Especially not with an axe. You can see the chips of wood coming off, so it makes sense for there to be wood chips on the ground. Maybe not as many as you get, but I wonder if I disabled sawdust mod on this map actually. Maybe not as many wood chips as I do get, but you know, quite a lot. Particularly when using a chainsaw, yeah, and an axe, because I mean, the whole point of using an axe is to chip the wood away. Yellow Glengar. How are we doing there? 85% in the trailer. We'll just cut one that should be about 15%. Having used hatchets many times, I can tell you that axe sound is about right for hitting a log. His autosave kicks again. My 4%, I guess wrong. This bit won't have too much actual wood on it that'll chip up, so let's just dump it in and dump it in. There we go. Yeah, we're only up to 97%, but that's good enough for me. Off we go. I have my theme song playing in the background. My good friend who works as a tree surgeon, he has a blast. Oh, I can imagine. That's actually a job that I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind doing, because I like chopping trees. In real life, I like playing about with trees. See you, racing gamer. Also, I find it comical that my driving's better with the keyboard than it is with, you know, the wheel. He's like, oh my god, that's amazing. We're laughing crazy, yo. It's fine, dude. I kind of figured as much. I mean, real life has a habit of being real and lifey and throwing things at you. I may have broken the tip calls. I didn't break the tip calls. Hey, Lancy. Trees of ours falling from great heights. Yeah, that's kind of why I like the tree surgery ideas. Like, it's awesome to watch trees fall because they make the most amazing noises. Yes, he is, Jengar. Because I think I've told this story before of the time that I literally pulled a tree down. It had been chopped by a chainsaw and it got stuck on some high up branches and boughs. And for whatever reason, I was given the job of lifting the tree and you know, freeing it up. And basically my job was lift up tree, walk backwards, don't get crushed. The last bit was the easiest, but it was still pretty cool to lift a tree of probably about this height. Which is why I have muscles mode on. I mean, I know from experience you can lift a lot more than Farm Sim lets you in terms of wood. Because wood isn't nearly as dense as Farm Sim would have you think. If that was your only reference, it would be a horrifically bad one. I know that it's done for gameplay balance reasons, because it is a bit OP just being able to throw wood into the chipper like this. But yeah, Farm Sim is a bit unrealistic with the amount of woods that a human being can lift. Put it down with the tractor. See, you wasted fuel there, Yanis. You should have just got somebody who was like 12 or 13 to pull the tree down. Let's chop the tree about there. Or like WWE, just pick a random 10-year-old child to be your champion. For one night only. By the way, if you're wondering why I only ever do wood chips, it's because I kind of feel like they're more worthwhile than doing logs. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like wood chips are more worthwhile than actual logging. Because there's more... I can find more uses for a trailer load of wood chips than I could for a trailer load of logs. Because a trailer load of logs you just sell. Trailer load of wood chips I can throw into the compost master. I can throw into the German bioplant thingy. You know, there's a lot you can do with wood chips. I think you can even use... I don't know if it's a mod or not. I think you can use wood chips as bedding for animals. Replace straw with wood chips. Hello, Harley Dunn. Spruce with 60 centimeter base is heavy. Oh yeah. Like the one I pulled was I think a Scots pine. With about a foot of base. I will come in here later with a forestry planter and, you know, plant a new forest in the forestry area, because I've pretty much got it completely gone. I'm also presuming that you don't need to cultivate for like doing forestry. What is up with this tree? Where is this tree? This singer sounds like Adele. Is this like Budget Adele singing? Let's chop it about here. Might be her. It's apparently Vicky Gilmore. Either it's the lead singer for Vicky Gilmore. And Skybreak. Cloud-tastic. Cloud Top. Oh, Skybreak. Skybreak is the name of the band. Cloud Top is the name of the song. Okay. I need to like put a breaker in there somewhere in the setup, because that's a bit confusing at times. So that's the trailer full again. I do like how that wood chipper actually has a fill level, by the way. That's a nice little touch. We're doing well on the deforestation efforts. We're just looking at the time. It looks like we'll have just about enough time to empty this trailer, and then that'll be it for the day. Because landing should be starting quite soon, and I do need to go record. Landing is live! In which case I will empty the trailer and call it a day. I do need to do something real quick before I actually end. Could the mods, Yanis in particular, and whoever else is here as a mod, could you grab yesterday's video and shove the link into chat, please? But while I am finishing up here, I will say I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching a Farming Simulator 17 on not Colbra, it's Oakfield Farm. He's cutting in on my time. I don't particularly care, because I do need to go record. This is actually kind of convenient. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You got about a minute to subscribe before something cool happens. Less than a minute. You got about 10 seconds. But until next time, I'm gonna pause the game here because I need to tab out and do something. Until next time, stay safe. And as I get into the dashboards for various things, and goodbye.